Recently, I've been seeing a lot of people do their top 5 or 10 best figures of 2024 lists, and I wanted to do one too. But when I thought about it, I thought I wouldn't really have got enough in 2024 to do one. But after laying them all out, I realised it could be done. So here are my top 5 figures of 2024. Also, quick note, not all of these figures came out in 2024. They're just ones I got in 2024. Before we get into the list, I'd like to say some honourable mentions, which go to the Playmate Skarking and Nakamothra. First, let's look at Skarking. He's surprisingly fun to play with and pose, and out of all the Playmates figures I have, he's probably my favourite. A great figure for the low price, but he didn't make it into the list. The Nakamothra is a great figure too, filled with detail and decent articulation. Unfortunately, one of her wings nearly snapped off a few days ago, so we had to fix it with some super glue and sellotape. I originally actually had this guy at number 5. For a tiny bit. Yeah, she was originally going to be on the list, but after some, thought put into it, I realised a different figure is more worthy of the title. Or should I say, figures. At 5th place we have the ZD Toys Deadpool and Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine. These guys almost perfectly captured the characters in the film, and just look great together. So how could I not put them in one placement together? Unfortunately, the night I got these two, which I was super excited about, was the night one of Deadpool's swords broke. As I was trying to put it in his hand, which is really hard to do, the blade just snapped off. Anyway, if I had to pick one I like better, it would probably be Wolverine. But the people in my Discord server would already know I got these two, along with the next figures on my list. So why not join? Link in the description. At 4th place is the Hamming Collection Carnotaurus and Giganotosaurus. Yep, it's another double placement. I'm sorry, I just couldn't decide on which I like more. I love them both, and there are different things about each that I like more. Regardless, they both have great detail and paint. I'm not going to talk about these guys in too much detail, as I plan to make reviews on them, along with the next two figures on the list. So hey, why don't you subscribe so you don't miss them? At 3rd place is the Hi Toys Rodan, Flameborn version. I'm a massive Godzilla fan, and my channel is pretty much a Godzilla channel, so how could I not have this guy on the list? He's a beautiful recreation of the Rodan in the film, brought to life with an amazing sculpt and pretty good paint. His articulation is further increased by his amazing bendy wire wings. But you're going to have to wait for his review to see more of that. And before you say, hiya Glazer, I have no defense. I mean, at least I'm not hitting on Bandai. I'd argue I'm giving Bandai some love with this next pick. At 2nd place is the SH Figuarts Luffy from the Romance Dawn arc of One Piece. I've recently got into One Piece since my brother is a massive fan, and I've got to say, I'm loving it. This figure isn't one I expected to get because I hadn't had it on my Christmas list, and I'd never had a One Piece anime or SH Figuarts figure before. So this is a slightly surprising pick for me, but I can't help but love this figure. What really shocks me is that I put it above the higher Rodan, a figure from a company and line I love and specifically asked for. If you're a fan of One Piece figures, or even just anime figures, you know about this guy. And that's due to him just being an amazing figure. But you know the drill, gonna have to wait for the review. But unfortunately, this guy couldn't achieve the number 1 spot. At the number 1 spot is the Hi Toys Godzilla 2019. I mean, come on, how could I not have him in 1st place? I already said I was a massive Hi and Godzilla fan, and I like Godzilla in the Monsterverse better than Rodan, so I had to have him here. This figure perfectly captures Godzilla's likeness in the film, and is packed full of amazing detail and all. Also no, this placement doesn't have anything to do with the fact that this is the figure I use for my 2 most popular videos. I'm very grateful for the amount of views those videos got, but it does not influence my pick. I just love this guy for what he is. And what he is a spectacular figure. If you want to see more of this guy, go check out my review on him. That was my list of my top 5 favourite figures of 2024. Do you agree with this list? And what was your favourite figure of 2024? Comment down below. This has been X, signing off. I'll see you guys next time.